This video will be going over some of the great reports that you could generate using GoPrep. So you've reached your cutoff time, you're ready to start cooking. What do you want to do first? Typically, we recommend that you come to your production page and the items tab, and this is going to give you your straight up, what do I need to cook this week report. By default, it will always be showing the upcoming week, but you can sort into previous dates, and you can go ahead and export this to Excel or just click print. You could also go one step further and divide your production report into production groups. So here I have my production groups, and maybe I have multiple chefs in my kitchen or different stations in my kitchen. Well, I could assign certain meals to certain chefs in my kitchen and then print out their specific production groups. I also have my ingredients report. So as you've seen in different videos, I added all my ingredients in for each of my meals. Based on the orders that came in and based on the selections that were made, I'm going to have an accurate ingredients breakdown here, which could be used as a shopping list or just as a prep list to get myself ready to cook all of my meals. Now you can take this one step further and print out an item ingredient report. And what this will do is it'll give you the exact breakdown per meal of how much of each ingredient you need. For example, for this pulled pork, I'm going to need 119 ounces or about 7.5 pounds. And for the coleslaw, I'm going to need about 2.7 pounds. So this is giving you a breakdown per meal as you go along to make production that much easier. Next, we have our supplies report. So we could add supplies into our inventory system and assign those supplies to different meals. So in this case, I assigned a meal container to every single meal on my menu. That way I could simply come here and check how many meal containers do I need. You'll also see we can add things such as bags. So how many bags will you need? Again, this is just another great way to give you all the information you need on the day of production so you don't need to be running around and doing anything manually. If you visit your reports page, there are a lot of reports that apply to different types of companies depending on how you set up your menu. The most important reports usually have this little yellow ribbon next to them, letting you know that these are the most commonly used and most helpful reports. These include things like packing slips, and here's an example of one. This will have your logo on it, your brand color, and a breakdown of what was ordered. Many stores will even use this as a checklist to assist with bagging up their meals. You'll also have your item labels, which we'll go ahead and click settings on so I could show you a little bit about how this works. And you can come in here on the left-hand side and pick and choose what you would like to show on your label. And if you wanted to take this one step further, you could use the custom label builder, which will allow you to change the fonts, the size of the fonts, and the boldness of the fonts, so you can make it fit perfectly onto your label. You could also enable the display QR code setting. This will add a little QR code onto the label, and when scanned, it'll bring the customer to that meal on your menu so they can view the nutrition facts and more information about it there. Finally, you could use both thermal printers such as Dymo with different sizes such as 4x2 inches and 6x4 inches, or you could use an Avery sheet and you could select what size works best for you there. Once these are printed out, they'll come out looking something like this. So you have a great looking label that you can print out in bulk, accurately based off your orders, including your customers' names, and you could just stick it right on top of your meal container. Another great report is our delivery summary and delivery routes report. The delivery routes report will run all your deliveries through routing software and it'll give you the most efficient route to take. And just as an example, it'll look something like this, where you'll have a numbered list letting you know which deliveries need to be made and in which order. And of course, for your convenience, every report on this page and every single page in general, including your orders page, can be exported to Excel for you to work with however you need.